In this video, I will show you how to create a microregion project. Before we create a project, we need to prepare two files. The first file is called tm4c123gh6pm.h. H is the extension of the file. It means this is a header file. The second file is called startup.s. If you open this file, you can see the code is assembly code. If you forgot to put this file to the project, your C program can never be compiled and run. So make sure to put this file in your project. I have provided a link for you to download these two files. Next, move the cursor to any blank area on the desktop. And then right-click. Move the cursor above New. And then choose Folder. Rename this folder to Embedded System class. Double-click to open this folder. And then create a new folder inside this folder. Let's call it Lab 0. Open the Lab 0 folder. Next, select two required files. Drag and drop them into the Lab 0 folder. This is the folder for Lab 0 files. Make sure to put all the Lab 0 files inside this folder. And always remember, never put multiple project files inside the same folder. Otherwise, the project files can be corrupted. Next, create a new folder and rename it to Inc, where Inc stands for includes. The include folder is used to store the header files of the program. Next, we move the tm4c123gh6pm.h, this header file, into the Inc folder. Next, open QO Microvision. To create a new project, click the Project menu tab. Select New Microvision Project. Locate the folder that we created earlier on the desktop. Open the Lab 0 folder. Give a name of this project. Let's call it Lab. And then click Save. In the new window, click the plus sign in front of the arm to expand it. And then select the correct model for our board, which is ARM Cortex M4. Click the plus sign in front of the ARM Cortex M4 option. There are two options under it. The first one is ARM-C M4. The second option is ARM-C M4 FP, where FP stands for floating point. We are not going to use the floating point feature, so select the first option, ARM-C M4, and then click OK. We can ignore this page. Click OK. There is a thin, tall window on the left-hand side of the screen. A folder called Target1 is inside the project window. Click the plus sign to expand it. you see an inner folder called Source Group 1. Let's click this folder and then click one more time to rename this folder. Call it SRC, where SRC stands for source. Source code files saved inside this folder. Move the cursor above the SRC folder. Right-click this folder. Choose the Add Existing Files to the Group SRC option. Now we need to add a startup.s file. If in this window you cannot see the startup.s, choose the drop-down menu for files of type, and then select the last item called All Files. Select the startup.s, and then click the Add button. Now the startup.s file is added to this project. Close this window. Move the cursor above SRC folder again. Right-click. Select the Add New Item to Group SRC option. A new window pops up. There are 7 types of files we can create: a C file, C++ file, ASM assembly file, header file, text file, image file, and a user code template file. For this project, we need C file. Select C file. Let's call this file main. And then click OK. This big blank area is the code editor. We write our code here. Before start writing the code, let's do one more step, and this step is very important. Many of my students often forgot this step. After spending a long time troubleshooting the code and the circuit, they realized they just forgot this simple setting. Move the cursor above the options for target icon. It looks like a magic bar. Click this option. Inside this window, click second to last tab. Check this radio button. We are going to use the Launchpad board to test our code instead of using the simulator. If you want to test your code using simulator, just select Use Simulator option. We use the board to test our code. Select the driver drop-down list, and then select Stellaris ICDI, which is the driver to this board. Click OK to close this window. All set. We are ready to write a code now.